Right, day 18 of the burpees, 108 every day. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, yeah. Mashed my hands up a couple of days ago, so September I was doing reps every day. Don't think I was really doing tricks, it was more just getting the reps and then a little bit here and there. Then October was pretty quiet. I'd say probably like once or twice a week, and more like maintenance than tricks. So if you're doing statics, you're here. If you're doing tricks, you're like that. So that's why my hands were, I'd say September they were tough, and then where I've been training very regularly for years, yes, it's the toughness, it's the callousing, like callousing the body, callousing the mind, putting yourself through rigorous training. And where I had a break from doing tricks, where I'm not twisting on the bar and roughing up the skin, I was just doing sort of more like static moves and just basic reps. So getting into tricks a couple of days ago for a launch of a new outdoor gym, and just sort of just a great community where everyone's getting involved, helping, sharing, connecting, people from all different cultures and walks of life, and amazing community, this stuff. Anyway, so I got into, we'll call it showing off, shall we, where I haven't been doing tricks for a while, so I can't go to these things. I'd done my burpees before I left so that I knew they're done. I also wasn't feeling good that day, and it sort of postponed my journey up there, but I pushed through and I got up there and I made some new contacts, saw some old faces, just immersed in the scene, and it was just like a nice fun day. Bit of breakdancing, some music, very inspiring people there as well. So again, I don't really fit into this, or to any sports stuff. I have to do something because I'm not stupid, and I'm not going to disrespect myself, my loved ones and God. So I'm going to train my body and my mind, because they're the only things I own, and they're the only things we'll ever own. They're the only things we come into the world with. They're the only things we leave with. So everything else is bullshit. Focus on your brain and your body. And if you look after them, then your soul will be right. And if your soul will be right, it'll be easier to maintain brain and body health. So the issue I have is, like, I'm growing as I'm getting older. Bearing in mind, I come from a different walk of life with drink and drugs and this and that. And I changed it all around in my 30s. So there's no excuses of, oh, I'm this age, I'm that, I've got this problem. I'm working around multiple issues. So when I go to the parks and I'm with the youngsters, you know, like the teenagers, the 20-year-olds, and they, you know, some of them look kind of fresh, some of them have got some skills and that, some of them are super impressive, some of them have just got attitudes and no skills. So, like, it's just across the board, everything. So again, it just shows it doesn't matter who you are, where you're coming from. We're all terrible and great and everything in between. So what I kind of struggle with is that I can see these youngsters, or I mean even slightly older guys. I'm past my prime now, but a lot of these guys, they're doing amazing things, and they can then go and exhibit those in demonstrations or competitions, and having that friendly battle. Obviously you're not, no challenges outside of you, every challenge is against yourself. So having these battles and challenges with other people, we're just pushing each other to grow. It's not really to say I'm better than you, because it's a competition, might be 30 seconds or a minute, and you might just have a bad minute. So it's like the Olympics, you know, if you muck up in your 10 seconds of performing, but you've been training for 4 years to get to that. So I feel like I'm doing all the training, but I can't quite compete, because I'm not going to be able to get a lot of the stuff that these other guys are doing, because they have full capability with their bodies. They don't have the health issues I do, or the restrictions. I don't like saying limitations, because I see limitations is where powers that be, the ones that want to make money or use you or manipulate, control you, they're the ones that set the limitation. We decide whether we take it on. They say, oh, you cannot do, or you can only get to. It's bullshit. The way I look at it, limitation, if they say limitation, that, to me, that's starting point. So if I start where they say my limitations are, I can only improve. And it is, I'm dealing with a couple other people as well at the moment, and it's, people love to say, well, I don't know if they love it, but people tend to say, I can't da-da-da, I won't be able to da-da-da. And it's like, look, I know, because I am facing certain, not limitations, but certain restrictions. Like, this is my lot. So instead of bitching and whinging and complaining about, oh, poor me, or da-da-da, or avoiding putting in the work, I use this as an excuse to figure out how to manage a more complex situation and how to fuel the determination to exceed that limitation and grow. And also it's changing the mindset. So this is why I like training outdoors all seasons, because it calluses the mind. Just like I'm getting these, you know, they were all bleeding and that the other day, and I know that my diet's on point. That's 48 hours later, so it's healed up quite nice. It hurt, it hurts not, I wouldn't say hurt, it hurts a little bit when you stretch it, but apart from that, yesterday it was pretty bad. The shower after the session, whew, that was, I started trying to wash myself like that, then it got in, it was mad painful. So I kind of look at this as like productive self-harm, where I need challenges, I need risks, I need to be pushing and excelling and trying to override and over or supersede any kind of perceived lie, like perceived limitation, any lie that I'm telling myself. Like, I can only, no, that's your starting point. Now you have to go and figure it out. So we're born certain ways, and then through certain programming and situations we become a certain way. Then there's sort of like the brain chemistry, physical impairment. Then we have to work around it, and then that can be really frustrating. So where I'm excelling with my training, I can only get to certain points. I can, you know, go around and figure out different ways and, you know, adapt and manipulate and twist and find something to do to be on a constant trajectory of elevation. But it's still, there's certain things I can't do with my body. Like, it's physically impossible, and I will end up in extreme pain or in hospital. There's certain things I have to avoid because I can't do any contact sports anymore. So that's a massive loss. So basically it gets frustrating. Like, I've found the one thing I can do, although I'm sure most doctors would frown at what I'm doing, and that's just their way of keeping me dumb and weak and pathetic and scared and blah blah. So not listening to them, going out and proving that I can do it, and then I get to use that to show other people that they've been lied to and they're lying to themselves, and it is possible. Because when I perform, people that I know even say, wow, that doesn't make sense. First I get the wow, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm doing some pretty cool stuff. Then I break it down. So, oh, well, I have all these issues. Here's my, you know, health rap, like my rap sheet of health issues. And they are confused. They don't understand. It's like, how can you, that doesn't make sense. If you've got these issues, you can't do that. It's like, well, I just proved that I can. So again, coming away from the services, they're not serving us. They're fucking keeping us weak. They're dishing out lies. They're hiding factual information. They're manipulating statistics. It's all brainwash, man. Think about the COVID stuff. Make of it what you will. Like, I know there was a bug. Same as common cold and influenza. They've been around for a long, long time. And it's just another one of them, because they are severe and they can kill you. And I caught COVID because I've got a compromised immune system because of the health complications I have. Caught COVID at least 4 times, severe, thought I was going to die. Live alone. Scary business. It got less scary as the next times that I got it, because I was like, well, I beat it before. And, you know what I mean? I beat COVID. I'm supposed to die, according to the stats. I didn't have no vaccine. I'm not touching any of that poison that they, you know what I mean? They're just liars. Straight across the board, they're fucking liars. There's some good people in there that are lying. There's very, very few that actually know what they're talking about, because there's restrictions on what they can and can't study. So half the stuff that they teach is outdated or just wrong. And we need to really come away from these organised business models and go holistic and look at natural remedies and diet, moving, breathing, just even your mind. Like, if you tell yourself that you're terrible every day, guess how you're going to feel at the end of the week? If you tell yourself you're amazing every day, guess how you're going to feel at the end of the week? So it's whatever belief system or mindset we have that we drill into ourselves, like, this is how it is. And if you keep telling yourself you're limited, then you're going to seek limitations or seek excuses and engage with avoidance. Engage with avoidance. That sounds... yeah, okay. You get what I'm saying? You're going to try to prove that opinion right. Now, even if you're in a bad way and you keep telling yourself you're in a better way, you're going to then seek things to prove that you're in a better way. You're going to avoid things that don't align. You're going to move towards things that improve and enhance your outlook and your mindset and your life and your health. So with me, I get to a frustrating point where I'm excelling and I get pretty good at stuff, and I'm like, well, I can't quite take it to the next level because I'm not able to, and there's no calisthenics, like disabled calisthenics league. So it does get frustrating, but it's not an excuse to stop. Same as that, you know, I've got these injuries, then the next day I'm like, right, well, that's going to hurt, slamming that down on the ground 108 times. So I had a workaround, which was deconstruct the burpees. I'll do the squats, so high rep squats, keep it mid-range so that you're not resting at the top and the bottom, so you're fully engaged. So you're not doing a full range of motion on these. Full range of motion is important, but not on these. I'll do the mid-range, the time under tension, so that the muscle's engaged. So I need to feel some kind of, not pain, but I need to feel something. And I think all this stuff is part of self-harm. It's maybe there's lack of self-worth or bullying of loved ones, from loved ones. Any kind of I'm not good enough, or any kind of pain, or like, because suffering's a choice. You choose not to accept it and you choose not to do what you need to do, then you suffer. But any kind of lies in my head or difficult situations that break my heart, or, you know, and it's like, get out of that, get into the physical, the pain, bring the pain. That's why burpees are fucking great. I was just reading some stuff about some doctor trying to say, don't do burpees, they're dumb. It's like, mate, shut up, you know? So again, doctors trying to tell people not to do things that are fucking amazing. And that pisses me off. So then it's part of my role to go out and show people that, because I can tell you what's right and what's wrong, but I don't want you to believe me. I want you to go and figure it out for yourself. So if I can exhibit to you, like, greatness, amazingness, success, recovery, override, you know, human magic, because we're all magical beings. We just forgot because we got lied to and lied to and lied to, and then we started to believe the lies, and now we're like, oh yeah, I better not do that, better fall in line, do what everyone do. These are the rules. It's like, look, there's rules and there's morals, man. Stick with the morals, fuck the rules. Rules are there to be broken. You know what I mean? But just don't do anything bad to yourself or anyone around you, other humans, animals, nature. You know, look after the planet, do good things, create a higher vibration, and then you'll start seeking higher vibrations, and you'll attract more higher vibrations, and you'll have a better life, better friends, better outlook, better engagement, better hobbies. You know what I mean? So I'm literally just going out there and showing, look, doctors told me this, and look, that's me riddled in pain, in tears, not being able to do anything, and I'm fucked. Well, then this is me now when I've come away from the hospitals, come away from the services, engaged with my own stuff, done my own studies, drew from my experiences across the world, in and out of hospitals, life and death, you know, loss and pain and suffering and all this trauma, addiction, like all these issues that I've had, that I've faced, that I've beat or am beating or have beaten. Like whether you want to call it a cure, a remedy, a recovery, whatever. But it's recovery, there's no destination. It's the same as mastery. It's just the progress. It's if you're getting better incrementally, then that's all you're looking for. That's recovery. You know, that is mastery. There is no destination for those things. Recovered and mastered, they're not achievable. It's recovery. So whatever your issue is, that's part of you now. So you use that. So you use your issues, your situations, circumstances, traits, not illnesses and disorders. Don't even use those words. Yeah. So look at what your situation is, what you have, and then what options there are. And then go out and experience those options and reach out and talk and ask and question and research and study and explore and try and adapt. And you're the doctor, you're the teacher. You know what I mean? You care about you more than anyone. You know you more than anyone. So go to you for the solutions. Don't overthink it. Don't listen to the masses. Go and figure it out. So even the stuff I'm saying, I want you to double check. Because if you just follow what I'm saying, you're just a copycat. Go research it so that then you can share to others. Because what I want to do is teach people to teach. And if you can teach to someone to teach, you know that they've got it locked in. And then they can go and spread the message. So, I haven't done any uploads and I'm not really on point with all that stuff because of everything that's going on in life. But, let's get up and get into some burpees. So, what is it today? Day 18, I think, isn't it? Yeah, we got International Men's Day tomorrow, so maybe do something special for that. But for now, shake it out, stretch it out, pause it if you need to, and then we'll get into them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 10 down. Like it if you like it, don't like it if you don't like it. But do subscribe. Do let me know how things are going, what challenges you got, what options you got, what you're doing about it. And also share this with someone else that needs to know, that needs support, someone you respect, someone you can go and do burpees with, someone that hates burpees that needs to hear this. I tell people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear, and I'll go on fact, and I'll make sure I double, triple, quadruple check it, live it, experience it, before I share it. Because I don't want to look like the stupid guy. I don't want to say stuff that's not true, and then someone to dig me out, and then everything I say carries no weight. So do your own work. Do your own work, do your homework, and then come back and join me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.